Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Akila, GST practitioner. If you need any consultation regarding GST, you can contact me. My contact details has been provided below. As per the request of one of my client, in this video I am going to explain about electronic ledgers in GST.
Electronic ledgers. In electronic ledgers, there are three types, that is electronic tax liability ledger, electronic cash ledger, and electronic credit ledger.
On the GST portal of each taxpayer, there are three types of electronic ledgers. The first one is electronic liability ledger, and electronic cash ledger, and electronic credit ledger.
And let's see the introduction about these things. On the common portal, each registered taxpayer has one electronic registered called the electronic liability ledger and two electronic ledger, namely electronic cash ledger and electronic credit ledger. These register and ledgers reflects the liability of the tax and the cash and input tax credit balance available to settle such liability. This is the handy tool to provide in the GST system, wherein the registered taxpayer can have information about his liabilities, cash and credit in a single location, which can be viewed by him from any place by simply logging into the common portal. In case of any discrepancy in his electronic liability ledger, electronic cash ledger or electronic credit ledger, the registered person has to communicate the same to the jurisdictional officer through the common portal in form GST PMT 04.
These ledgers reflects the tax liability of the taxpayer and the cash balance and the input tax credit balance. The credit which we have received from the input tax, that balance we can see in the electronic credit ledger. These three ledgers are provided to get the information to the taxpayer about their liabilities and the cash balance and the credit balance from their input tax credit. If there is any description in these ledgers, the registered taxpayer can communicate the same to the jurisdictional officer by filing the GSTR PMT 04 form.
GST PMT 04. Form GST PMT 04 is an application for intimation of discrepancy in electronic credit ledger or cash ledger or liability register.
As I said, GST PMT 04 is an application used to intimate the discrepancy of electronic credit ledger, cash ledger and liability register.
Electronic liability register. The electronic liability register is maintained in form GST PMT 01. For each registered person liable to pay tax, interest, penalty, late fees or any other amount on the common portal, and all the amounts payable by him gets debited to the said register. The electronic liability register is maintained in two parts at the common portal.
The electronic liability register is maintained in the form GST PMT 01. It is maintained to know the tax liability, interest, late fees, penalty, etc. for a registered taxable person. Whatever the tax amount is payable by the taxpayer will be debited to this electronic liability ledger. And this register is maintained in two parts in the GST common portal. Let's see what are those parts.
Part 1 is for maintaining the return related liabilities. All liabilities occurring due to return and payments made against the same are recorded in the part of the register. Liabilities due to opting for composition and cancellation of registration are also covered in this part. Such liabilities are populated in the liability register of the tax period in which the date of application or order falls, as the case may be.
The first part is maintained for return related liability. Whatever the liabilities accruing at the time of filing the returns, and the payment which we have to pay to the government is recorded in this register. Not only the return related liability, but the liability which occurs due to the cancellation, or the liabilities which occurring due to the switching of the scheme, like from regular scheme to composition scheme, and for the cancellation of the registration, these liabilities will also cover under this first part. And these liabilities are auto-populated in the liability ledger of the tax period.
Then let's see about part 2. Part 2 is for maintaining the complete description of the transaction of all liabilities accruing other than return related liabilities.
And part 2 is maintained to record the complete transaction details other than the returns liability, like whatever the penalty paid, interest, late fees, etc.
Before I had said that electronic liability registered is maintained under GST PMT 01. So let's see what is GST PMT 01. The electronic liability registered is maintained in form GST PMT 01 for each person liable to pay tax, interest, penalty, late fees, or any other amount on the common portal, and all the amounts payable by him shall be debited to the said register.
I had said that electronic liability register is maintained in GST PMT 01, and whatever amount is payable in the said register will be debited to the same.
Such other liabilities may include the following: liabilities due to reduction or enhancement in the amount payable due to decision of appeal, rectification, revision, review, etc. Refund of pre-deposit can be claimed for the particular demand if appeal is allowed. Payment made against the showcase notice or any other payment made voluntarily. Reduction in amount of penalty, which would be automatically shown based on the payment made after showcase notice or within the time specified in the act of the rule.
The other liabilities which come under these registers are the liability due to the reduction or enhancement in amount payable due to the decision of the appeal. If the government has suddenly increased the tax rate of any product, that the excess amount will be the liability which we have to be payable. For that particular amount, we can claim the refund if the appeal allows. The showcase notice will be sent from the GST department if the tax is not paid or short paid, or refund is wrongly made, input tax credit is wrongly availed. If there is any reduction in the amount of penalty, it will be automatically shown in this register.
And let's see about the electronic ledgers under GST. The payments of liabilities under GST are made through electronic cash ledger and electronic credit ledger. First, let's see about electronic cash ledger. Every deposit made by a person by internet banking or by using credit or debit cards or National Electronic Fund Transfer, that is NEFT, or real-time gross settlement, that is RTGS, or by over-the-counter deposit of account of tax, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount is credited to the respective electronic cash ledger. The amount available in the electronic cash ledger may be used for making any payment towards tax, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount payable.
Now let's see about electronic cash ledger. In this, the deposit made by the person via internet banking, NEFT, RTGS form, and using debit or credit card, or the counter deposits of taxes, penalty, late fees, etc., which we have paid before, if any refund from that, and those amount will be reflecting in this electronic cash ledger. The amount available in the electronic cash ledger can be used to make the payment for tax, late fees, penalty, etc.
Now let's see what is GST PMT 05. The electronic cash ledger shall be maintained in the form GST PMT 05 for each person liable to pay tax, interest, penalty, late fees, or any other amount on the common portal for crediting the amount deposited and debiting the payment therefrom towards tax, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount.
Electronic cash ledgers shall be maintained in form GST PMT 05.
A challan in form GST PMT 06 can be generated on the common portal, in which the details of the amount to be deposited towards tax, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount to be entered. This challan is valid for a period of 15 days. The deposit can be made through any of the following modes, namely internet banking through authorized banks, credit or debit card through the authorized bank, NEFT or RTGS by any bank, or over the counter payment through authorized bank for deposits up to rupees 10,000 per challan per tax period by cash, check, or demand draft. So all these payments can be done only through the authorized bank other than NEFT. Like NEFT and RTGS can be performed by any bank. But the internet banking, credit or debit card, these payments will be accepted only via authorized bank.
There is a challan called GST PMT 06, and it can be generated from the GST portal. That the amount to be deposited, amount to be deposited like tax, interest, late fees, whichever the amount we have to interest will be entered in that. The validity of this challan is only 15 days. Once the challan has been generated, we have to make the payment within 15 days from the date of the challan generated.
GST PMT 6. Form GST PMT 6 is a single challan through which taxpayers can pay goods and services tax, interests, penalties, and fees. It can be generated online from the GST portal before making payment of the net tax liability by the registered person.
GST PMT 6 is a tax challan, which is used to make the payment of taxes, and it is generated in the GST portal and used to make the payment of net tax liability of the registered tax person.
Now let's see about electronic credit ledger. Electronic credit ledger is maintained in form GST PMT 02 for each registered person on the common portal. Of every claim of input tax credit is to be credited to this ledger. The input tax credit as self-assessed in the return by a registered person is credited to his electronic credit ledger. The only way the electronic credit ledger can be credited is through filing of returns. The amount available in the electronic credit ledger can be used for making the payment towards output taxes under the CGST, SGST, UTGST, IGST, cess.
And electronic credit ledger is a ledger where the amount of input tax credit is credited, and it is maintained in form GST PMT 02. The input tax credit, which is self-assessed by the taxpayer in the return, it will be credited to the electronic credit ledger. The only way to use this electronic credit ledger is to make the payment of taxes.
GST PMT 02. The electronic credit ledger shall be maintained in form GST PMT 02 of each registered person eligible for input tax credit on common portal and every claim of input tax credit will be credited to this ledger.
GST PMT 02 is a form where the electronic credit ledger is maintained. Every claim of input tax credit will be credited in this electronic credit ledger.
If the refund so filled is rejected either fully or partly, the amount debited to the extent of rejection is recredited to the electronic credit ledger by a proper officer by an order made in form GST PMT 03.
If the refund which was credited is rejected by the authority, the amount which is available in the electronic credit ledger will be recredited by the officer by using the form GSTR PMT 03.
Now let's see what is form GST PMT 03. The tax officer can issue the form GST PMT 03 for recredit of the of the rejected or inadmissible refund amount to the taxpayer's credit ledger only after the taxpayer submits an undertaking for not filing an appeal for the entire part of the inadmissible amount.
GSTR PMT03 is a form which is used by a tax officer to recredit the amount which is in the electronic credit ledger of the taxpayer which is rejected.
By this picture, you can clearly understand the three electronic ledgers. First, you see the any amount deposited to the account of the concerned government, it is credited to the electronic cash ledger. So, as I said, the cash which is deposited by a person through NEFT, RTGS, net banking, and debit card, credit card, this amount will be credited to the electronic cash ledger, and it can be utilized for penalties, interest, fees, taxes, or any other amount payables. And what about the tax credit? The input tax credit as self-assessed, it will be credited to the electronic credit ledger, and it can be utilized for paying the taxes. And from both the amount, the balance in the cash or credit ledger after payment of tax, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount payable under the Act or the rule may be refunded in accordance with the provisions of Section 38, and the amount collected as CGST or SGST shall stand reduced to the extent.
I would like to thank everyone for your support and encouragement. Thank you so much.